All right, here with Demon head coach Mike McConnell. And Coach McConnell, just kind of go back to Monday's game against McNeese and what happened there, and just kind of go through that ball game.
McNeese game on Monday night, we just didn't perform at the level that we're capable of performing at. Did a poor job in every aspect of the game, and a lot of that had to do with the fact that we did not control them off of our defense to be able to get any easy buckets. Something that's been a problem for us the last 3 ball games of not turning other teams over, and our turnovers have been much higher than they had been during the early part of the season. So that's been a real problem for us, and we just got to shoot the ball a lot better.
Now, coming up on Saturday, you step out of conference play to play Campbell in the Bracket Buster game. Just kind of explain what you know about them and what you're expecting.
Probably the best non-conference team that we've ever had come into Northwestern. Arguably maybe Utah State that we played several years ago, but they're second in the nation in field goal percentage. They are coached by Robbie Lang. They have a tremendous interior post player that will make a lot of money playing, 6'9". His name escapes me at this moment. Just a very, very talented team. They'll run zone all night long, just our luck. We get a team that's another zone team, but maybe that'll help us prepare for the rest of the way. They're going to mix their zones up from a 1-3-1, three-quarter court press type back into a 1-1-3, a 2-3, and a 3-2. And they'll do a lot of different things, but they really spread the floor well and try to get the ball inside to their big man.
How is a game like this? Do you like having a game like this, breaking up your conference season? And how does it prepare you for the rest of the conference year?
In a way, it's a great thing because you're coming off a 3-game losing streak and you got a game that you can play, and it doesn't have any conference standing bearings, the bearings on a conference standing. But on the other hand, you've lost 3 in a row. You need to get a win to get some confidence going in the last 4 conference games trying to get ready for the conference tournament. But if you're on the other side of the coin and you had won 5 or 6 in a row and then you step out of conference to play, it could end up having a negative impact on you there. So I don't know, it just depends on how you look at it. Right now for us, I don't think the timing's very good. We did have a bye week this week, of which we were able to, been able to get a little bit more done. But still, it'll be a challenge.
Looking ahead to next week, Sam Houston and Texas Arlington, and then just kind of give your outlook on the remainder of the season.
Well, we've won 7 and we've lost 5 in the league. We have Sam Houston at home, and we don't have any students here because Mardi Gras. A big game for us. We need to get that 8th win. If we get the 8th win, I think we're in the tournament without a doubt. Then you go to UTA and you play a team that at this point is undefeated, 12-0 in the league, making an unbelievable run into the conference tournament. And then you come back to finish off the next week. We've got a pretty tough draw. My concern all along with the schedule was the way that these out-of-league games fell, by out-of-league being the East-West games in our conference. And I didn't like the fact that they fell like they did right here at the end. But that's the way it is, and you just got to try to get through that and work the best you can to be as successful as you can and try to get the guys in a mindset that you're going to make this push to try to get in the tournament and then have the ability to go win games in the tournament.
I'm here with Gary Stewart of the Demon basketball team. And Gary, a few tough games there recently in Southland play. Just kind of go through the last 3 ball games and talk about the Demons play of those 3.
Well, the first game that we lost was against Lamar, and we took it pretty hard. In the first half, we just didn't play like we should have, and in the second half, we tried to come out and give them some competition, but that was just too far ahead, and they just kept the lead the whole time. And then against Southeastern, we felt like we played hard, but we didn't make smart decisions down the stretch with the ball. Made too many turnovers and just didn't make shots. And they just came out on top. And then McNeese, we just really don't know what to say about that one because we just, no one just had enthusiasm and no one just really played hard, so.
Now coming up on Saturday, you've got the bracket buster game against Campbell. What do you know about Campbell? I know they're one of the top 2 teams in the nation in field goal shooting. So kind of talk about what you know about them and what do you expect from them?
Well, from what the coaches has told us, that we know that they are a good field goal shooting team, and they got a good big man in the post that's averaging around 17 points. So we just got to come out and play defense. Defense is going to be the key to win this game. We can't outscore them. We just got to play good defense.
All right, with James Hoban. James, tough game against McNeese State on a rare Monday night. Just kind of go through with the Demons, what happened there and kind of what you need to do to improve from that game.
Well, getting stops, that's the whole thing of playing college basketball these days. You can't outscore everyone. You have to get stops on the defensive end, so we just have to do better on defense in order for us to be successful. One
of the glaring factors in the game was rebounding. I think it was a 51-33 advantage. What happened there? And when you out-rebound opponents, you're 5-1 against them. How important is rebounding in these next few games coming up?
It's very important. We had to pursue the ball. Like Coach Mike said, we always had to pursue the ball. You had to go for it. You had to be hungrier than the other team. So, and apparently, according to the stats, they were hungrier than us going to the board. So.
You get a break from conference play on Saturday against Campbell. What do you know about them, and what are you expecting from them?
It's gonna be a good matchup. Coaches are preparing us well, so it should be a good game.
Do you like these kind of games? Can I get a break in action? You see somebody differently. They're from the East Coast, and how do you get prepared for a game like this? It is somebody different. So are you excited about it? Is the team excited about it?
Oh yeah, we're pretty excited about it. We're always up for a new challenge. So.
Here with Lady Demon head coach Jennifer Graff. And Coach Graff, it's been since Saturday against Southeastern that you've played. Kind of go back to that game and talk about what happened to the Lady Demons there.
Well, obviously we were at home on Saturday against Southeastern, and I thought we played really well for about 30 minutes of the game, 27, 28 minutes, something like that. I thought the big difference was, we go on a scoring slump there in the middle of the second half where we're not able to get a basket. They'd gone straight their 3-2 zone against us, and we had hit 2 or 3 shots against it already, moved the ball extremely well, and kind of got out of that offensively, where we didn't take very good shots for about 4 possessions there in a row. And then on the flip side of that, let Southeastern go down on the other end and hit 3 shots in a row on us, 2 of them being threes, which really hurt us there. When you're not scoring, you've got to be able to stop the other team from scoring, and we simply didn't do that to finish out the second half. Like I said, we put together 29, 30 minutes of good basketball. Well, we've got to finish it out, and we didn't finish the game very well at all.
You didn't play on Wednesday night, so with that off, how has your team done this week in preparing for McNeese State on Saturday?
Well, we had the bye week this week, so Wednesday we didn't play, and we kind of took that and tried to utilize it to get some rest going into Saturday's game. We're always very concerned about Saturday's games with our numbers of it being a long week. You've been practicing and playing for 5 days, and you're on that 6th day of playing. So this week's different, and we wanted to make sure that, like I said, we utilized that and realized, let's get some rest. We actually took yesterday off completely, and we'll go into this week, Thursday, Friday, preparing for McNeese just like we normally did. But in practice Monday, Tuesday, I think it was really good for us because we were able to mix things up and do things more focused on ourselves the entire practice, whereas before, you have 2 days to prepare for every team, and half of practice is simply focused on what we need to do in order to stop the opposing team. And we were able to spend the last 2 days focused on Lady Demon basketball, putting in a few kinks here and there defensively to try to throw some different looks for these last 5 games, but working on our offense, getting through some things, and you actually have time to sit and talk about things and to go through it. And like I said, you're completely focused on your team.
The last time you played them, it was a 10-point game, but you were in it up until the very end. Have you worked on anything differently to throw at them to try to get over that hump?
Yes, we have. Like I said, the last couple of games or last couple of days, we put in a few different things. Not necessarily different. It's things that we had worked on since day one, and since our injuries, we have had to alter what we've done defensively and offensively. And I guess we've kind of sort of gone back and said, you know what? we have these other things that we know how to do. We simply have taken them out. We're trying to work some of those different kinks back in there. Like I said, you had the opportunity to do it because you had a couple more days of practice, and I think it's helped us, or hopefully it will help us in these next 5 games to show a little bit different things defensively, whether or not we can trap a few places or throw a zone in there to give the opposing teams different looks at it. And hopefully, like I said, that helps us get over that hump of being able to not go on those droughts, being able to get stops when we need to.